Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
You staying for dinner, Paul?
Sorry, Gran, I got a date. Deborah Fleming.
Oh.
Come on, that bit goes there.
I know.
Well, put it there. Come on, I spent good money on this. Come on, it'll be all right.
How?
Oh, one way or another, it'll work itself out. In the meantime, we've got a problem. Come on, getting this together.
Gran doesn't think it'll be all right.
Why not?
Because you're doing the ironing. You only do the ironing when you're upset.
Do I indeed?
Yes, you do.
As you'll discover, young lady, ironing is a very constructive thing to do. Such a terrible job, it takes your mind off things you can't influence.
This is a really nice house. She'd like living here, wouldn't she?
Well, at least you've let Dad know that's what you want, huh?
You don't think she will?
I didn't say that. Frankly, I've got no idea.
Zoe just drove away. She saw me, but she didn't stop. She'd made up her mind.
Maybe when she's had time to think.
Oh, well, I think I have to face the fact. I mean, some things just don't work out. I have to come to terms with that. Zoe was having second thoughts anyway, darling. Nothing to do with you.
Really?
Really.
Come on. Eardrops time. Go on, darling.
Dad, I talked to her, told her to keep trying. Her mind just seemed made up.
Thanks, mate.
I'm sorry, Dad.
What do you think? Shirt match the trousers?
Oh, I suppose so, Danny. Personally, I've always preferred a white shirt, but...
White?
Yes, well, no, you look very, very nice. Where are you going?
I'm just going to go out with some people from the bank.
Ah,
Boy, oh boy, that young Mike's got real potential, you know. Fantastic potential. He could be a champion. Loves to train, always listens, always takes advice. Ah, he's going right to the top, Danny.
Like the shirt, Tom?
He did this pike, Danny. Oh, the legs are still not totally right, but it's all there, mate.
You're not interested, are you?
Eh? What?
I asked you if you like my shirt. But obviously that doesn't rate up against Mike's diving. Mine Freddie could see it. Goodbye, Annie Madge.
bye-bye, Danny. Enjoy yourself.
Of course I like your shirt, Danny. Oh, kids, you do your best. What's he on about, Madge?
I imagine he's rather sick of hearing about Mike and his diving. And it's downright tactless when Shane's here.
Yeah, well, he's not here at the moment, is he? All right, Madge, to you I owe an apology. You're still angry about your vase and you've got every right to be. So I'm going to buy you a new one. $200, $300, doesn't matter.
Oh. Well, Tom, that vase has been in the family for a very long time. I don't know whether I could put a price on it.
Yeah, that'd be right.
However, you're obviously sincere and it's quite silly us not talking, so what's done is done. Thank you for your offer, Tom.
So, that's it then? No hard feelings?
To prove everything's in the past, I've cooked your favourite dinner.
Oh, snags! Now I know you really mean business. Oh, you're not a bad old stick, Madge. We might have had our differences, but you're not a bad old stick. For a sister.
Lenny, I haven't got anything to do.
Too bad. You're a little troublemaker, Bradley.
Come on, Lenny, let's do something.
Get lost, child.
Hi, everybody, I'm home.
Scott, what are you doing here?
We were just helping each other with some homework.
Well, I hope you kept a proper eye on Bradley.
Yep.
Good. Here we go. Same time tomorrow then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you go.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, love. Mummy will have dinner on in 2 shakes. What are you grinning about?
Them.
What about them?
They said they were doing their homework.
And weren't they? Bradley, what were they doing? Come on, you can tell Mummy.
They were kissing each other.
Here.
No, on the mouth.
And that Jim Robinson's got the nerve to tell me how to bring up children.
He saw them.
Who?
Mr. Robinson. He came in and saw them. He hardly said anything.
Bradley, don't you move. Don't you move from this house. I'll be 5 minutes.
Thanks for the offer and the support, mate. But I'll be fine.
Okay, I'll ring you later.
All right.
See ya.
All right.
Exactly what kind of a hypocrite are you? You don't hesitate to complain about Bradley the minute he puts a foot out of line, while you let your own kids run riot. First of all, your daughter involves Bradley in these ridiculous phone calls, and then you let your son indulge in lewd behaviour in front of Bradley, and you don't do a damn thing about it.
Andrea, I think you're just a bit confused.
You're the one that's confused, not me. You seem to think that Scott can just waltz into my
shouldn't
home
be
without any
eavesdropping.
permission from me and misbehave outrageously in front of my child.
Oh, it was just a bit of necking.
Necking. In full view of Bradley? Look, I paid Lenny to mind Bradley, and she certainly wasn't doing that.
Oh, look, I'll have a word with the pair of them. I wasn't intending to do that anyway.
Look, I'm afraid that's not good enough. I don't want you saying what is and what isn't fit behaviour for my son.
Was there anything else?
Yes. Where are they? I want to tell Lenny that she's fired, and I want to tell your son what I think of him.
I'll pass it on. Here, let me show you out, Andrea. Good afternoon.
If there is any more trouble from Scott, I'm calling the police, and mark my words.
Scott, Charlene, come in here. You were both way out of line.
Dad, she's a troublemaker. Everyone knows that.
That is irrelevant.
No, it's not.
Don't argue with me. Sit down, both of you. It's time we had a talk.
Dad, she's a troublemaker. I've heard you say so yourself.
Don't change the subject, Scott. We're talking about what happened this afternoon.
We were just kissing, and what's wrong with that?
You were supposed to be looking after Bradley. Can't you get that through your head? If Des had walked in and caught you, he'd have been furious.
Des wouldn't have cared.
I'm not going to argue with you, Scott. Lenny is under my care, and I know what a mother would say.
She'd probably overreact too. Madge is okay. I'm not knocking her, but Dad, we're in love. People in love kiss each other.
Well, that's as may be.
Well, what about you and Zoe? What's the difference?
Watch your mouth, Scott. First, that's none of your business, and second, we're not still teenagers. And if you two can't be trusted, I'll send Lenny back to Ramsay's, where her mother can keep an eye on her.
Here we are. Tom, I made you some apple pie, especially.
Oh, there's got to be a catch to this.
Why?
There's just got to be. The snags were great. I am totally relaxed. I'm at your mercy. It's yours, anything you want, as long as it's within reason.
Well, since you mention it, as you're staying here, I do think that perhaps you could pay some board.
Fair enough. $20?
I'd prefer 100.
100? You want $100 for board? A week?
Well, Tom, I didn't charge you for breaking my vase. I do all the cooking and the washing. I pick up after you and I do your mending and sewing. I keep the house spotless.
It's not my house.
No, but you are living in it at the moment. Oh, Tom, I'm sorry. I just can't manage.
What do you mean you can't manage?
I have a lot of expenses. I mean, I've got to pay off Henry's legal fees, and now I've got Charlene's board and education. Oh, I'm not trying to con you, Tom, really. And you wouldn't be able to employ anyone to do what I do for Les. Tom, I really do need the money.
Okay, sis. It just seems like a damned expensive vase, if you ask me.
Oh, thanks, love.
Eat your pumpkin.
I don't like it.
You will eat that pumpkin and you will like it. I'm in no mood for arguments. Oh. Oh, yes?
Can I talk to you for a sec? I wanted to apologise.
Come in.
I'm really sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen.
That's hardly an excuse.
I'm not making excuses. I shouldn't have let him come over and, well, it wouldn't happen again.
You're not seriously asking me for your job back, are you?
Well, if you don't have anyone for tomorrow, I could really do with the money, and Scott won't come round again, he's promised me.
I must say I was very surprised. I thought you were reliable.
I know. Sorry.
If anyone came here, Bradley would tell me. I'd ask.
I'd expect that.
Okay. One chance, Lenny, and I'll make inquiries. So if there's a next
I
time...
won't let you down. Thanks. See you tomorrow, Brad.
Bye.
Why can't you stay home?
Because I can't, darling.
No one's home anymore. Des always goes out.
Eat your pumpkin. There's a good boy. Do you remember what it was like back in Perth? All the hassles when I didn't have a job? Look, Des has been good to us. We've got to pay our way.
Barmaids don't get paid much.
Mr. Lassiter is a very generous employer.
He's not. He lives in a caravan.
He's a rich man. Actually, I'd like you to meet him.
Why?
Well, I work for him and he knows I've got a little boy. I mention you all the time.
Aren't we going to live here with Des anymore?
Yes, of course we are. But that needn't stop you from meeting Mr. Lassiter. And you'll be good, won't you?
Do I have to eat the pumpkin?
I don't suppose so. Just for tonight. But when you meet Mr. Lassiter, you're going to be nice.
Yeah, come in, mate.
I just had to get out of home for a while. How's Lucy?
Oh, doctor says she'll be fine, thank God.
A bit rushed for time, mate.
Yeah, there's still time for a drink, though. Grab yourself a beer.
Expecting someone?
Yeah, sort of.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. I haven't had lunch. I'm starving. Hi, Shane.
Deborah, this is quite a surprise. Seems like we're making a habit of this. Well, two's company and all that.
Shane, don't blow this all out of proportion. Isn't Deborah's apology enough?
Apology?
I tried calling yesterday, but the line was busy.
She does want to apologise, believe me. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. I'd like us to be friends. I'd like us all to be friends.
Save it for someone who'll believe it. I won't hold you two up.
I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Let's not ruin a perfectly good evening worrying about Shane. I mean, if he can't work it out, it's his problem.
Deborah, in case you didn't notice, that guy happens to be a friend of mine. That's friend. A word you find in the dictionary. Means somebody you don't betray.
And since when does a simple dinner constitute a betrayal? You're a little ahead of yourself, aren't you, Paul? Let's have dinner and enjoy ourselves. There's something about you I find very intriguing. Coming?
And in 1799, Napoleon became first consul. Okay, now you list his main achievements as first consul. Hi. Hi, guys.
Oh, g'day. You ready for the exam tomorrow?
Well, that's why we're here.
Okay, we'll give you a hand. We're just checking it through now.
Is Clive back at school as well?
No, he's working on his new business, Gift of the Gab. Oh, did Uncle Tom go off at you for not turning up to training?
Of course he didn't.
Oh, okay.
Scott, what's the problem?
Oh, Dad's the problem. I mean, sure, he's got a lot on his plate, but why does he keep taking it out on us? Well, just before, when we wanted to come around here, right, he gave us the 3rd degree. Was Clive there, and what about you two? Well, when would he be home?
Well, you haven't exactly made any secret about the way you feel.
Well, that's what I mean. He's treating us like we're 3-year-olds.
Well, it's just that a lot of people our age don't take precautions, Scott.
Oh, we care about each other. Anyway, it's nobody's business what we do.
Well, it's a bit late once you're pregnant. The only sensible thing to do is wait. If a guy really cares, then he won't mind.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys will be giving you a really big miss, won't they, Nikki?
I wouldn't want them anyhow.
It's not that simple, Scott. I've seen it. Lots of girls that thought it wouldn't happen to them. It does.
I hated the board and I hated the company and I hated all the old fuddy-duddies.
So what'd your father do?
Ignored me. What else?
Well, he was right.
I made a mistake. I just had an instinct about it. I know, a woman's place and all that garbage.
You like talking about business, don't you?
Is there something wrong with it?
No, I'm just curious.
The company's the most important thing in my father's life. I guess I feel the same way. But I do have some time for other things.
So I've noticed.
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment.
So, tell me about Adelaide. You worked for your father's company over there too, didn't you?
I ran the company.
And you're not exactly staying on here because you like it.
Partly business. There's a couple of land deals in the pipeline Dad wants me to take care of.
A couple? I thought there was just the one.
Nothing that concerns you, Paul. Besides, our deal will go through. But if you insist on talking shop, we could talk about this back in my room.
Thanks, but tomorrow's a heavy day.
There you go again. Good old hard-to-get Paul Robinson.
I don't know, some things get better with age.
I must admit, some things are better if you're prepared to wait.
I'll check you later. Did you mean what you said tonight?
What was that?
What you told your dad? You said you loved me. You don't even remember.
Of course I do. Why else would I tell my father, of all people? And what about you?
What about me?
Do you love me as well? Don't, do you?
Of course I do.
Come, let's go inside.
Okay.
Dad will keep us.
What you doing?
Making cocoa. Do you want one?
Yeah, thanks.
What about you, Scott?
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired.
Night.
No.
What were you doing? Just talking.
You're mad if you do it, you know.
That's easy for you. You might go and find someone else.
Lenny, that's no reason.
Well, of course it is. And if people love each other, well, why shouldn't they? I didn't say I was going to.
Good.
I haven't decided. But one thing's for sure, I won't be getting pregnant. I won't be taking any chances.
Isn't Shane having breakfast this morning?
No, he seems very depressed.
Is he still seeing that Deborah Fleming?
I don't know. She doesn't seem like a very nice type anyway.
Best to keep your nose clean where clients are concerned.
Yeah, right. How about a game of golf after work?
Oh, I'd love to, Danny, but there's Scott and Mike's training, and I've promised.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Check these figures, will you? I'd hate to undercharge a customer.
Here we are.
What's this?
Scrambled egg on toast.
Where's the bacon?
Oh, Tom, you don't have bacon every morning.
Well, from now on, I do. For $100 a week, I expect a hearty breakfast. You better stick some on. Oh, and cook up a few snags while you're at it. I'll have these for starters.
Danny, you'll have to serve your own scrambled eggs. I'm too busy cooking for Hitler.
Yeah, in a tick. What's this $100 business?
That's what she's blaming well charging me for board.
Jeez, I thought I was hard done by.
Oh, Madge, there's a huge pile of socks on your bed. They're going to need darning.
Ah, not worth darning socks these days.
Oh, I reckon it is. Especially as a bloke can't afford to buy new ones anymore.
Yep, it's okay.
Now add 10%.
What for?
Well, I've got to make up the extra $100 a week somehow, haven't I?
Yes, Home James is a complete chauffeuring service. Thank you. Thank you very much for your booking. Goodbye. Do you know what I think might be a good idea? You go away somewhere for a holiday.
Oh, I'd rather not, Helen. I'd rather keep working. I need to keep busy. Besides, you're going to want a hand around here, aren't you? The way things are shaping up. That's what? 5 bookings in a week? How are you going to manage when Shane's flat out at Lassiter's?
Well, Shane can drive at night and I can drive during the day. The kids growing up, let's come at a good time.
Kids growing up. I thought that would mean less hassles. The way Scott and Lenny are shaping up.
You're making too much of it.
You think so?
They're sensible kids.
I know Scott, and he's nothing if not pig-headed. Now, I reckon things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. And right now, I'm really not in the mood.
Hi, Lenny. Mike's gone. He just missed him.
I wanted to talk to you.
What can I do for you?
I need some advice. If a doctor gives a person advice, he can't tell anyone, can he?
What is it, Lenny?
I want you to give me a prescription to go on the pill.